All right, welcome back to 5 Reasons to Bet. I'm Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at Ethan J. Skolnick at 5 Reasons Sports. We got Jim Rodriguez. You can follow him at JRod Show. Of course, check out our sponsors. One of our sponsors, City Cigar Lounge. That's City Cigar Lounge. Great spot in downtown Miami. We're going to be having a Heat pregame happy hour on Wednesday prior to playing the Knicks. We'll start getting out there at about 4 o'clock. Great spot with more than 50 different types of cigars, more than 350 different types of liquor. Beautiful leather chairs, very comfortable environment. You're not all on top of each other. You can chill and you can watch the game. So come out with us next Wednesday. Heat Knicks will be out there starting at 4 o'clock, again, right down the street from FTX
And
Arena.
even Knicks fans can come too if they want, right?
Do those still exist? I'm not quite sure. I don't know.
Maybe I'll reach out to Spike Lee. Maybe he'll swing by.
Michael Rappaport. Well, I'll tell you, Julius Randle, you can just come and complain about Julius Randle if you want in that contract, if you'd like to do that. And complain about the fact that Riley left you 26 years ago. All right, let's get to it. We got some NFL picks to get to. Let's start with the Saturday games, Jim. Tennessee, I guess the question there, other than the Derrick Henry situation, is Ryan Tannehill good enough to take this team to the next level? And he's playing against a young gun quarterback in Joe Burrow, who seems to be getting better every week with Cincinnati. What do you see?
It's funny, especially down here in South Florida. We've got PTSD. We got post-Tannehill stress disorder. We can't believe that they're actually doing well. But, maybe it wasn't Miami. Maybe Tannehill can do it. Listen, right now it's the Titans. They're laying 3.5. The Titans are the number 1 seed in the AFC, by the way. They're laying 3.5 in Nashville. Over-under 47.5. Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the Tennessee Titans, when he has 8 or more days of rest between games, 8-0, straight up and against the spread. Do that with what you will. I'm looking at some props in this game. Tannehill, speaking of the devil, over 15.5 yards rushing. I love that. He scampers for one of those a game. And then a couple of flushing out left and right. I love the over 15.5, and I love Julio Jones over 46.5 yards receiving. I think that number is way too low. I think that's easily gotten, if that's a word. Sorry, English teachers. But in terms of the side, I love Tennessee laying 3.5. I think Cincinnati is the team of the future in the AFC, but not the team of Saturday. So I like Tennessee. I think Tennessee wins the game by a touchdown, and it's Tannehill in the championship game. I go Titans laying the 3.5.
All right, let's go over to the other side here. Green Bay, all the controversy with Aaron Rodgers, and yet nobody wants to play him in the playoffs the way that he's been playing of late. But still just the one Super Bowl. Going against a team in San Francisco, there's a lot of familiarity between these two teams. The Niners are good when Jimmy Garoppolo plays, and he's playing. So Where does this one go?
Well, if you believe in trends, Aaron Rodgers has played the 49ers 3 times in the postseason and has lost all 3 times in all the divisional round. In all the rounds, the wild card, the divisional. The last time they met was in the NFC Championship game in San Francisco, and the Niners went to the Super Bowl in that. That was not too long ago. So there's that. Listen, it's the Niners are getting 6, over-unders 47. It's going to be a cold, frigid night in Green Bay, as would be expected. No snow, just cold. I'm loving the Niners getting the 6 points. I think Green Bay wins, but I love Green Bay getting the 6. And here's something to look forward to. Green Bay is awful defending against the tight end. So I'm looking for George Kittle to bust loose in this game. I'm going over 4.5 receptions, over 50 yards receiving, and an anytime touchdown at plus 175. So I'm going to roll with George Kittle. And if you like the Green Bay side of it, A.J. Dillon, over 46.5 yards rushing, I think that's easily attainable.
All right, if you're going to bet any of these, we should have mentioned this at the beginning, go to betus.com. That's betus.com. You get that 125% bonus when you do so. Use the code 5. Use the code 5 to get that bonus. This is the best betting platform. Go to BetUS. That's real simple. BetUS, one word, .com. All right, now a word from Booze Bandage, and we'll come back with the 2 Sunday games.
Yes, sir.
right, we don't want to hang over from your NFL picks, but use the code 5RSN. Get yourself 20% off. All right, let's get to Sunday here. Kansas City Chiefs, Pat Mahomes, they got it rolling again. And it's looking again like we may be headed towards the same Super Bowl we had last year, which is not exactly a stunner at this point. But can you slow down Mahomes? It does seem like the offensive line is better than it was last season.
Yeah, it's funny. You remember how it was always Patriots and Colts running into each other in the playoffs? I think we're in this new generation now where it's going to be Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes, Bills and Chiefs. Once again, this was the AFC Championship game last year. Shame that it's a divisional game, but Buffalo getting 2 points at Kansas City. Over-under is 54, and everybody thinks this is the year that the Bills break through. I don't think so. I love the over in this game, though. 54. Shoot, they could have that by halftime, the way this is going. I'm loving the props in this game. Dawson Knox, the tight end of the Bills, he was my horse. I've been riding him all year. Anytime touchdown, go with Dawson Knox. And I love Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns in the game as a prop, plus 115. And if you're inclined to take the Bills, listen, take the money line, plus 110. So you're getting plus money there. I think Kansas City wins the game in a late field goal. Buffalo gets, their heart ripped out one more time, but I love the over 54. And then I'm going to be using that booze bandage from the early game between the Rams and the Buccaneers because I'm hoping Stafford does it this time.
All right, so I'll ask you, does Stafford do it this time?
Well, the Rams are getting 3 points in Tampa Bay. Over-under is 48. Now, remember, the Rams beat Brady in Tampa Bay this year, just like Buffalo beat Kansas City. Only difference was the Rams beat Brady in L.A. This one's up in Tampa. I love the over for the Rams at 23 points. I think they're going to get that. I love the total of 48 over for the game. I think they're going to get that, and I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to take the Rams getting the 3, and I'm going to go with the Rams money line on top of that, plus 125. I think the Rams win the game. I think the offensive line for the Bucs is banged up with Von Miller and Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald has had a tendency to disappear in the biggest of games. Remember, last year against the Packers, one of their offensive linemen had a blown out Achilles, and Aaron Donald disappeared. I don't think this is the case this time. I think the Rams go in there. It's going to be a close game. I'll take the points, and I like the money line. Rams win it and head over to Green Bay for the title game.
All right. Make sure that you check out all of our stuff on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Hit that like and subscribe button, and come back here. If you forgot what the picks were by the time that you get to Sunday, make sure you check them out. Use 5RSN at Booze Bandage to get 20% off. BetUS.com. Use the code word 5. And, of course, check out City Cigar Lounge next Wednesday. Have a good night or day or whatever.
Just have a good.
Good.